All right, hey, this is Rudy Mendez, aka Live Bandit, formerly known as Big Daddy. I'm out here on the road this morning. It's 4 o'clock. I'm about an hour into my ride. I've done about 14 miles, not quite an hour, because I've been averaging about a 16 mile an hour pace. But look, this is how I clear my head. Talk today. It's Saturday, so it's Sad Saturday. I'm going to talk a little bit about when I was in my deepest, darkest. So a little warning, there's going to be some graphicness. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there's going to be a little graphicness in a little bit. So I will put a little thing across the screen when it comes about. That way you can jump ahead if you don't want to hear it. And you just want to hear the tools that I used in order to get past that sadness while I was like drinking very heavily. So again, today's Sad Saturday, and I spent a lot of years deep down, sad, mad, crazy. I'm still crazy, but I spent a lot of years in the dark. And so there was one point in my life, here comes the little blurb, but there was one point in my life to where I thought that the world was not worth it. I wasn't worth it. And the world seemed too hard and it would be better without me. So there was a part in my life to where I ended up taking a lot of melatonin, and because I couldn't sleep, I didn't sleep, I was going crazy because I couldn't sleep, so I was taking melatonin, and it actually had the opposite effect on me. I went into like a psychosis state, and I didn't sleep for almost 3 days, and I did it so I couldn't escape my shit, and so I kept on drinking so I can sleep, which made me depressed, which I thought the world would be better without me. So here's where it's at. I ended up putting a gun in my mouth, but I was too chicken shit to pull the trigger, and I'm really glad I was. I figured I sat there for quite some time with that barrel just sitting there, my teeth grinding on it, and I couldn't do it. And I'm very thankful, very glad that I didn't. What I was able to do at that time, and the tools that I didn't know I had, but that I later on learned how to really utilize them, was sit there and think about the things that make me happy, and sit there and think about why I'm alive. And you know what? I'm alive because I'm a married man to my wife. We've been married a little over 15 years. And at that time, we were only married about 12, 13 years. And I couldn't leave her because I knew that she would be sad. And she would have to deal with Sad Saturday a lot. But she makes me happy a lot. And something else that makes me happy is being able to help others. I get out of my own skin, I get out of my own shit, and I'm not selfish when I help other people. And so I do a lot of work for the National MS Society. I also work for Home Depot, so I do a lot of work with Team Depot. And I get out of myself and I get out of my own shit by volunteering my time to help others that need help more than I do. So I thought, well, I was doing that so that I can escape and not have to deal with my own shit. I was doing that so that I didn't have to feel my own pain. I was doing that so that life would seem easier. But again, I'm a crazy son of a gun, and that's when I continued to drink, and I drank even more because after a while those things didn't help me out. Well, now that I'm sober and I've become selfish, so today could be Selfish Saturday as well, because you got to be selfish in your sobriety. Sorry, I just had a hot dog for breakfast, so that didn't taste good. I know that's gross, but oh well. Well, selfish, man. You got to be selfish in your sobriety. I became selfish in my sobriety because I had to get this. And I was able to turn Sad Saturday into Songful Saturday. I do like to sing along to the radio. I'm a horrible singer, but I do like to sing along the radio. It kind of makes me happy when I hear those songs, and I just can go crazy in the truck while I'm driving. But I do get sad still. And you know what? It's going to happen. I get sad about life. And then some of the things that I use in order to not be sad and to kind of get out of it a little bit is I start to think about all the wonderful things that I've done in life. And I start to think about all the people that I've helped. And I start to think about all the people that I'm going to help or that I can help. And then I think about, my wife and my family. And, I got to be happy because they have their own shit to deal with. And if I can't be strong, then why should they? And if I can't get through my shit, how can they? Right? They look to me for guidance. They look to me for happiness and a laugh and all that. But I can't be that all the time. I can't be happy all the time. So I tell you, something that I've learned to do is fake it until you make it. I'm not always happy, but I seem happy. I got this smile that's on my face almost all the time, except for when I'm pissed. But then I throw it back on and I fake it. I fake being happy so much because I know that once I continue to fake it and fake it and fake it and I pretend that I'm happy, I'm going to end up being happy. And, I go from talking like this and being monotone and clenching my fist to talking like this with my hands open and a smile on my face. I talk a little bit louder. I just rode a whole bunch of miles, so my voice is a little raspy. But I fake it until I make it. And that's the biggest tool I got in my toolbox for when I'm sad. And so this being Sad Saturday, I'm going to have it Songful Saturday. So I'm going to turn the Pandora on my bike or on my phone while I ride my bike back home. I got another 15-ish miles, 16 miles to go. And that's about it. But hey, I am currently training for the Kerrville Triathlon, which is happening September 30th. So I'm not going to be doing a video then. I'll probably do one on Saturday the 29th with my boys up there in Kerrville. That we're doing the Kerrville Triathlon together as a relay team. But I'm also training for Bike MS here in San Antonio. It's a fundraiser for the National MS Society. I run a team called Team Wingman, and we continue to be one of the top fundraising teams here in town. I am a top fundraiser. I'm Club 100. I'm actually number 14 in San Antonio 2 years running. A couple years ago, I was number 12, and then number 7 at one point. But fundraising has kind of slacked off a little bit because I've been focusing on myself, not so much on others. But if you could help me, there's going to be a link in the comment section. If you can help me and you want to donate, please click that link, go donate, so that I can help, so that I can fundraise, so that we, once you donate, can help fund a cure for multiple sclerosis. It's a nasty disease that attacks people. It's kind of like, they call it the snowflake disease. And you know what? I started because it affects different people differently. It affects everybody differently. There's no one diagnosis or no two diagnoses that are the exact same. Everybody's different. And I really realized at one point in my early sobriety that alcoholism and addiction is like a snowflake, because there's no two of us that are alike. Yeah, we're all I'm not going to say snowflakes. Yeah, we all got the same storyline. We all got the same plot. We were traumatized. We drank to hide it. We went crazy. We realized that we were crazy. We accepted that we were crazy. And now we're in recovery because we got to get this shit. We got to be happy. We got to live life on life's terms, right? But even though we all got the same storyline and the same plot, we're different narrators. There's different things that happened, right? And so because we're all different in that sense, we all may be that same snowflake. I hate using that word for me, but we all may be, a snowflake, meaning that we're different, but we're the same. We can conquer this together. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, man, just leave a comment. I'll try and respond as quickly as possible. I'm 21 months sober. 20 months sober. I'm 20 months sober. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I'm kind of future fucking myself. I'm 20 months sober. I've got a lot of experience with therapists. I've got a lot of experience with AA and other alcoholics. If I don't know it, I got people I can tap into so that I can kind of figure out what you're going through. So if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, leave a comment in the bottom. I'll respond as quickly as possible. This is Live Bandit. I'm out.